I feel like Carol Baskin right now. I got my cheetah print hair tie, I'm wearing a cheetah print shirt, and I'm wearing Lion King socks. Hey guys, it's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you're new here. I hope you guys stay. So, I am so excited for today's video, guys. Like, literally so excited. I don't even know, like, where to start. I'm just gonna literally start from the beginning and hop right in because I'm that excited. I adopted a kitten. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over it. Like, it's been the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. So I guess I'm just gonna start from the beginning and share a lot of videos with you guys and talk about my journey in adopting a cat, give you guys some advice if you're looking into adopting a cat or fostering an animal, which animal shelters really need right now. They're looking for help from all of the community to foster these animals so that due to overcrowding in the shelters right now with the coronavirus going on. So I'm gonna give you all that information as the video continues, but let's get started. So first and foremost, let me just say, I have always been a dog person. Growing up, I was very allergic to cats and I only ever had dogs. I've only owned Rottweilers my whole life. I have a Rottweiler right now, if you guys don't know. Her name is Bailey. She's 10 years old. She's massive, like so big. And she's just the sweetest girl ever. I love her dearly. And I've just always been a dog person. I always thought, oh, cats, like, not my thing. And then about a year ago, my cousin adopted this beautiful Siberian cat named Kona. He is so cute. He was literally my dream cat. He just has the cutest little button face. I just literally want to eat him. And after meeting him, I started slowly growing this affection for cats that I never had before, like ever, which was strange for me because I always loved dogs. And you know, there's this like stereotype thing where people think like, oh, you're either a dog person or a cat person, like you can't be both. Looking back now, I just think that idea is so ridiculous because like an animal's an animal. Like you would never say, oh, I'm a turtle person or I'm a frog person, not a dog person or a cat person. Like it's just so weird that people have to pin those two things together. Like they're both lovely animals. And as you guys can see, my cat is literally playing with the lights behind me right now, so sorry. She's so cute. But so I started growing this affection for cats. And then a few months later, during college, my boyfriend and his friends decided to adopt a kitten. She's this 3-month-old black kitten and she was so cute. The first time I met her, I just fell in love. Like I was like, oh my God, I really want a cat. Like she was just so cute, so loving, so affectionate. And I started to realize like cats are just as affectionate and loving as dogs. And then about a month later, one of my own friends adopted a little black kitten. He looked just like my boyfriend's kitten. He had a little white patch on him. His name is Church. He is the cutest little guy, and he was the most loving cat I think I've ever met. I was like, that's it. Like, I need a cat. So me and my best friend had become so obsessed with cats at this point that we were on a mission. We were like, we need to somehow adopt a cat. We started spending our free time on weekdays and our free time on weekends literally just binge watching every single cat video on YouTube. Like, I'm not kidding. I think I've watched every single I've adopted a cat video and everything you need to know about cats and feral cat videos, stray cat videos, like you name it, I've watched it. So me and my friend had become so obsessed with this idea about getting a cat. We started looking on petfinder.com and adoptapet.com, and we would just scroll through for hours trying to find a cat that we wanted and trying to figure out how we would convince our parents to get a cat. My dad hates cats. He was like, there's absolutely no way you would ever get a cat. And the same with my mom. She's like, no way, I don't like cats. And then the same thing with her parents. Her parents were just not on board with getting a cat. They just didn't want it in their house, didn't want to have to take care of it or deal with it. So me and my best friend were pretty devastated by this because we just really wanted a cat. However, that didn't stop us. Because my friend had a house at college, we kept convincing ourselves that we could adopt a cat and that it could live in her college house, and sometimes we could sneak it into my dorm and sleep with me me, and that after college our parents will just kind of have to accept it as our cat because we already fell in love with it, and we figured one of our parents would eventually cave and just let it live with us. So the next problem was we had no money. We literally are broke college kids, so we were trying to figure out any way to make money. We joined Lyft and Uber Eats or whatever. We tried finding a bunch of jobs. We tried finding online jobs, and literally like nothing was working out. We just couldn't find a way to get money, couldn't find a way to get this cat. But again, we were still pretty determined. So then one day we decided we were gonna visit PetSmart. They were having this like adoption thing from like 11 to 4 or something like that. And so we were like, you know what, let's drive 30 minutes away from our school and let's go check out these cats and these dogs that they're adopting out right now. So we went to PetSmart. There were these 2 really cute gray tabby kittens. I'm gonna insert as many videos as I can so you guys can kind of follow along with the story and meet these cats that I'm talking about. And these kittens at PetSmart were like $100, and then we were like, oh my god, like there's no way we can get one of these kittens. We don't have $100, and then we're gonna also have to buy food and supplies and all that stuff. And then there were also some adult cats that were free, which was really awesome, but again, we were like, we don't have money for supplies. So like, we're at a loss here. Like, there's no winning in this situation. So then we decided, you know what, if we can't have a cat right now, let's pick out some items that we would want for a cat. And so we took pictures next to all these like cat beds and items and things that we would want if we had a cat, just to get ourselves excited and give ourselves something to look forward to, because that's how desperately we wanted a cat. So then let's fast forward a few months later. It is March 13th, 2020, and schools closed down due to COVID-19. So I was forced to pack up my college dorm and leave in the middle of the semester and go home and stay home for good for the rest of the semester. My last semester as a college senior was just kind of ripped away from me. So the only thing that was kind of making me happy at this point was sitting on my couch and watching cat videos. And for about 3 days straight, I think all I did at home was sit on my couch and watch videos of cats and kittens and cry inside wishing that I could have one of these emotional support kitties. And one night as I was watching one of these cat videos, my dad, who, let me remind you guys, has said to me multiple times when I've tried to convince him to let me get a cat that there is absolutely no way in heck he would let me get one. He looks at me and he's like, Brooke, I just can't like look at you right now. Like, you're so cute. I can't look at you watching these videos, like smiling at these cats. Like, it's just making my heart melt. I can see that you really love these cats and you really want one, and like, I just can't watch you. Like, and the second he said that, that's when I knew I was gonna get a cat. As horrible as that sounds, I just knew. I was like, oh, my dad's gonna let me get a cat. I was like, Dad, like, I can't even explain the love I have for these animals. Like, I love cats. They're so loving. And I just sat there trying to convince him for 20 minutes of how much I loved cats and how I needed one so bad. And my dad literally said to me, Brooke, I think I'm gonna let you get a cat. And that was the second that my world stopped. I literally FaceTimed my best friend, hysterically crying, being like, my dad just said he's going to let me possibly get a cat. We both literally started crying on FaceTime because we were like, we've been waiting so long for this. And we were also kind of mad because we were like, of course during quarantine when we can't even be together or see each other, I'm gonna get this kitten and she's not even gonna really be able to be a part of it because we're in quarantine social distancing, so that sucks. But at the same time, we were just like over the moon excited. So the next day after my dad said that, I decided I would bring it up to him again to see if he was actually serious about me getting a cat. So I started talking to him at dinner being like, so, cats. And I just brought up the idea of getting a cat again. And he was like, yeah, like, honestly, I think I'm gonna let you get one. And so the plan was, for my graduation gift, I was going to be allowed to adopt a kitten. And so obviously I graduate this May of 2020. When my dad told me that, I was just on the hunt. I was looking every single day for hours on end for a kitten online. I was saving stuff in my Amazon carts that I was gonna buy for the cat. Like, I was preparing for the day that I found a cat. And then the next day I started submitting applications to all my local shelters and calling them, asking about if they were adopting cats at this time, what kind of cats they had, if any, and how that was working with the coronavirus going on and things being shut down. And unfortunately, a lot of the places weren't doing like walk in, meet and greet the pet type of things due to social distancing and COVID-19, which is obviously great as we don't want to spread the virus. But some places were like, you have to set up an appointment and we can do a one-on-one meeting with you. Other places were like, we're not really adopting right now, but you can foster a cat, and then if you fall in love with it, we can have you adopt it later on when this is kind of all over. So I sent in applications for probably like 5 different shelters, and about a few days later, I got a call from one of the shelters that was near me, and they said that my application was approved. However, at the moment, they did not have any kittens. So yeah. And now one of the greatest things that I was contemplating was just adopting an adult cat, because adult cats aren't adopted as often as kittens, you know, like, so I feel like it's better to adopt an adult cat, but like, I can't help the urge in me to want a kitten, honestly. I want to adopt an adult cat, but at the same time, just the thought of getting to raise a little tiny kitten from its young age and like feel like its mother, like that was just something that appealed to me so much. Like, I just really wanted this tiny little kitten. So I was pretty disappointed when they said they didn't have any kittens, and so I just kept looking around and doing my thing. And the next day, someone from a different shelter called me, and they said that they actually were just given 6 kittens that were stray kittens. They were black and white and one was gray, which is something that I really wanted. Like, at this point, I had fallen in love with the idea of getting a black and white kitten. Like, I really, really wanted a black and white kitten because I had fallen in love with my boyfriend's cat and my friend's cat, and I just fell in love with black and white kittens, which, let me just say, black and white kittens were one of my least favorite cats. Like, I didn't really like black cats before meeting these 2 kittens, and then I just fell in love and so obsessed with these kittens that I knew that I wanted a black and white cat. So when this lady told me that she had 6 kittens and 5 of them were black and white, I was like, this is perfect. I'm sold. The only problem with them was they were spicy kittens. So a spicy kitten or a feral kitten is a kitten that's a stray cat that has the potential to be turned into a cat that can be a at-home cat that can love people. However, they've grown up not near people and started learning in the most essential weeks of their lives how to survive on their own and not be with humans. So with spicy kittens, you have to really work to make them trust humans, and it's a very hard process. And so when she told me these kittens were spicy, I was a little afraid because I was like, I've never owned a cat before and I don't know if I could handle training a spicy kitten. But I was so excited by the idea of getting a kitten that I really wanted to try. So I again started watching every spicy kitten video I could. I took notes, I wrote down all the things that I would have to do for this spicy kitten to make it unspicy and make it love people and trust people. And I was just watching a lot of videos of how other people did that, and I was pretty excited. I felt like I could definitely do this. Like, if these people could do it, I could do it. I just have to give this kitten a lot of my time and energy and love and affection, and I can do it. So the next day, I went to go to my mom's house, and I got a call from the first shelter that called me that said they had no kittens. And it was really annoying because when they were calling me, I kept losing service and my phone was literally on 4%. And I was like, oh my God, like what the heck? They called me and they're like, hey, like we just got one female kitten in. She is super, super tiny. She's only 4 weeks old. Would you like to foster to adopt her? And I was like, I don't know what to say. And I was like, what the heck do I say? I was like, I would, but I'm scared. Like, she's only 4 weeks old. That's really, really young. Most kittens shouldn't be adopted until they're like 8 weeks old. So I was terrified. And so they sent me some pictures of her, which I'm going to insert. And at first when they sent me these pictures, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't sure. I was like, she's so cute, but I was so sold on this black and white kitten thing that I was unsure. I was like, if I say yes to fostering this kitten, am I just saying yes too soon? Like, am I gonna regret it? Am I gonna wish that I had waited a little longer and got the black and white kitten that I've dreamed of? And yeah, these things were all like running through my head. And so I called my boyfriend, I sent him the pictures of her, and I was like, this little kitten is only 4 weeks old. And the shelter said that if I wanted to foster to adopt her, I could literally pick her up tomorrow. And my boyfriend was like, get her, like just do it, like why not? There's nothing holding you back. Like, fostering to adopt just means that you keep them for a week or 2 or a few weeks and see if you like them, see if they get along well with your pets and you. And if they don't, like, they're still really young, so you could bring them back to the shelter and someone else will probably adopt them. Or after you foster them, you can adopt them yourself. So I was like, all right, you know what? Something about her eyes, like there was just something about her face that I was like, you know what? I think I need to do it. She just seemed so cute. Like in the pictures, her eyes are just so big. I think I just need to do it. Like, I think I just need to get this kitten. So I called the shelter back and I was like, yeah, I want to foster to adopt this kitten. So they walked me through what I was gonna have to do, how to pick her up and such, and I was just beaming with excitement. I left my mom's immediately, picked up cat litter, cat food, and everything that I could that this kitten would need to pick her up the next day. And yes, and then the next day I went to the shelter and I picked up little Miss Mabel. Her name was actually Bunny, but I decided to change it because I didn't like that. I didn't feel like it fit her. And right now, technically she's my foster kitten, but my application is foster with the intent to adopt. So May 19th, when I bring her to her spay-neuter appointment, after I pick her up from that, I will be finalizing her adoption papers and she will officially be mine. But I already feel like she is officially mine, like, since I know that I am 100% adopting her on May 19th and she's not gonna go back to the shelter or someone else might have an application in for her, like, she's definitely going to me. I can say that, like, she's my cat. She's the sweetest thing. I will put in videos of when I first got her. She has already grown so much. I've had her for almost 3 weeks now, and in those 3 weeks she has literally gotten so big, which is crazy. I remember when I first got her, her legs were so little and her body was so tiny. I thought I was literally gonna break her. And I remember when they came out with her in this little adoption box, when they opened the box and she looked up at me, I fell in love. I was like, I have never seen a kitten this cute. I genuinely think she is the cutest little thing I have ever seen, and she is so sweet. Everything I had looked up and everything people were telling me was like, the first night you should not sleep with this kitten. She's only 4 weeks old. You could roll over her, which would be horrible. You should keep her in a pen or whatever. But something inside of me, I was just like, I just really want to sleep with her. So I took that risk. I slept with her by my side the first night. She cuddled me all night, and every night since I've been sleeping with her in my bed and she's been cuddling me and she just kisses me all the time. She's so loving. She follows me everywhere I go. She's just like already become my little best friend. And now, as I mentioned before, I have a huge Rottweiler, so we didn't know how my Rottweiler and her were gonna get along, but so far they've been getting along pretty well. My cat's definitely interested in her and wants to be friends with her, and my dog loves her and wants to play with her, but because my kitten's still really tiny, I think she's a little bit afraid because my dog will be like jumping and running around the house wanting to play, and she's like, what is this big animal? But then at the same time, she'll like go up to her, sniff her, put her paws on her, and like seem very interested in her. So I think she's definitely warming up to her a lot. Yeah, so let me show you guys Mrs. Mabel. She's literally just sleeping on this chair as I'm filming. Hi, Mabel. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, baby. She's the sweetest little baby. Hi, baby. She has these beautiful stripes on her head. If you can see, it's kind of hard to see, and she has these beautiful stripes all over her legs. This cute little pink collar that matches her cute little pink nose I got her. She's literally purring in my hands. I don't know if you guys can hear. I feel bad because the light, but she's so sweet, guys. Like, she's so mushy. Hi, baby. Hi. You guys hear her purring? Hi. Look at this little mush. She's so sweet, guys. I'm telling you. Hi, baby. So yeah, guys, that's Mabel. She's literally the sweetest thing. If you guys want more updates on her, follow me on Instagram and all my social media. Follow me on TikTok. I post a lot of TikToks of her because she's just so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys may feel inspired to adopt your own kitten or foster a kitten or a dog or a cat or any type of animal, really, because shelters really need it right now. The animals need loving homes. They need people, especially during this pandemic. Shelters are really overwhelmed right now with the pets they have and the animals they're taking in, and not getting to adopt out as much. So the more people who can foster and adopt, the better. Yeah, and so thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hi, say hi, baby. She's shy. You're so beautiful. Okay, she's the cutest little thing.